Oh, whether you watching from Facebook, from YouTube, from Twitter, from moviepilot.com, or from the link in my Instagram, what up world? It's movie talk. Like I said a month ago, like I said the month before that. Um this month movie talk is on my 10 favorite DC animated movies. Um it's not just restricted to these DC movies. You know what I mean? So, there's Mask of the Phantasm, Sub Zero, Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker, Batman versus Dracula, Mystery of the Batwoman, stuff like that. I mean, but the DC movies that they've been coming out with the straight to DVD since Superman Doomsday came out in like '07, '08. I've been keeping up with them. There was a time when like I was grinding super hard to find Green Lantern First Flight with a slipcover, and I never did, so I just settled for the bare bones release, man. So let's get into my list, just right off jump. At number 10, I got Justice League: Throne of Atlantis. It just came out this past January, and DC kind of rebranded their animated releases and started like focusing in on like a new 52 storyline, just like the comics did. And the Throne of Atlantis, it introduced Aquaman to the team. Like he's like half Atlantean, half human, and he has this kind of power that he just doesn't know how to handle at first. And then when his brother, who's expecting to get the throne in Atlantis, goes off the deep end and starts, turning evil or whatever, he has to discover his Atlantean side, which brings the Justice League into it, and they all basically teamwork to save the day. And Nathan Fillion voiced Green Lantern, and just one of my favorite parts is at the end. It's in the preview, it's in the commercial where Batman, Superman, everybody, he's gonna need a name, and somebody said Aquaman, and then Green Lantern was just like, Aquaman, it is. It's funny, man. Like that's what's up with these movies. Dope animation, um, dope action, dope story, and they're funny. At number 9, I have another one from this year, and that's Batman versus Robin. It's the sequel to Son of Batman, and it picks up, it's the relationship between Batman and Robin, of course, Bruce and Damian Wayne. Bruce learning to raise a son, Damian learning to take orders, not kill, and be a hero. And then he starts like getting involved in like the Court of Owls, and they manipulate him, but they're like trying to get at Bruce and figure out who Batman is and all this. And it's real dope. Um, my only complaints with Son of Batman and Batman versus Robin is like how whiny Damian comes off. But I mean, it adds to it. It's part of him being spoiled and always comparing Batman to Ra's al Ghul. Like Ra's al Ghul will do whatever he needs to take out an enemy or whatever. And they're gonna continue the story. I don't know if it's coming out in January, but it is coming out next year. It's called Batman Bad Blood, and Damian Wayne's in it. Nightwing is in it. Of course, Batman is in it. But they introduced Batwoman, which takes me to number 8, which is Son of Batman, and um, it's got Talia is in it. Of course, Roz is in it, and Deathstroke is in it, and that's really like Batman trying to take Damian under his wing, and they just stay butting heads, and it was just a dope story, and it's the same Batman. Like that's what makes it cool because it exists in the same universe as Throne of Atlantis, as Justice League War, and I love what they're doing with this new 52 thing. And occasionally like they'll do an Assault on Arkham, a Justice League Gods and Monsters that it's a unique story that goes away from the new 52 thing, but it's still entertaining. At number 7 is Justice League War. It's still the new 52 theme, and I keep mentioning different movies with other movies because like I said, like now they're all interconnected and stuff. But Justice League War is like the beginning of the Justice League, man. It introduces Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Cyborg, and Shazam, and how they have to come together as a team, and it takes them a long time to trust each other and whatnot. And I mean, it's dope. Like I don't know how many people have seen these movies. I don't know how many people like even know their existence. Um, so I don't want to go too much into story and spoilers. I just everything on this list is recommended, man. That's just what I hope that y'all know. At number 6 is Superman Doomsday, and there was the first It was the first DC release when they started doing all these movies, like 2 a year, 3 a year, however many they do. And man, it was the first one, man. It's based on the death of Superman. And obviously, man, Doomsday whoops his ass to the point that he kills Superman. But obviously, Superman comes back and ends up saving the day. Um, and it's not like a Beware the like none of these are really in the Beware of Batman style of animation in the Pixar computer CG animation, so it still looks old school, and that's what I love about these movies. And the voice acting, like they get legit stars to do a lot of these roles, man. Like I think Justice League War or one of the Justice League movies, Michael B. Jordan voices Cyborg, and Michelle Monaghan, Rosario Dawson, who voiced Wonder Woman. Like I said, Nathan Fillion, I think Jerry O'Connell voiced Superman in one, and like Sean O'Mar has done Batman, and who's the guy from Weeds? Justin Kirk has done Green Lantern. I think he was Green Lantern in Justice League War. Um, Sean Astin has voiced Shazam. Like I'm just saying, they get like legit voice actors to do these voices. Like Superman Doomsday, Anne Heche voiced Lois Lane, and I mean y'all already know like Luke Skywalker, man. Mark Hamill voices the Joker in the animated series, man. So like good actors do these voices. At number 5, man, I'm gonna give y'all a 1-2 combo, man. The Dark Knight Returns 1 and 2. Cause it's one long ass story. Like they did a Harry Potter, they did a Hunger Games, and split the book in half. And I mean, it's Batman. He's old, he's aged, and he's crime is on the rise in Gotham City, and Batman has to go out and like defeat the mutants or whatever, like the current gang that's creating havoc and chaos and shit. And then you got Michael Emerson voicing an aged Joker, and Ariel Winter voices Kathy Kelly, who becomes the female Robin, and I mean it's based on Frank Miller's graphic novel, like one of the most iconic Batman stories ever, and I mean that's so dope when they can take the book like Superman Doomsday, like Death of Superman, and when they can take The Dark Knight Returns and put it into a movie. Like that shit is so cool to me. And I think Conan O'Brien even like voices himself in one of the Dark Knight Returns. I think part 1. At number 4, I got Justice League, The Flashpoint Paradox. The Flash is my second favorite DC hero behind Batman, and I thought it was about time that they finally released a Flash centered movie. I just thought it was lame as fuck that they had to throw Justice League on it to get people to pay any attention to it. I really think that being the Flash, it would have sold on its own. They should capitalize on the Flash TV show and release another Flash centric cartoon, but with Batman Bad Blood, The Killing Joke, and probably another Justice League cartoon coming out next year. They probably won't do another Flash related cartoon anytime soon. But you got Flashpoint Paradox, and then you got the Flash, and you know like Reverse Flash is the villain, and it opens up like an alternate universe. And Thomas Wayne is Batman, not Bruce Wayne. I think Bruce Wayne died, and like they have to work together. Thomas Wayne and the Flash have to work together to make the timeline right, and then it's up to the rest of the Justice League, man. Like nobody even knows where Superman is, and you got Cyborg, Wonder Woman, and the rest of the squad doing what they can to help save the day. And if it wasn't for two other DC cartoons that came out before DC started all these other dope ass cartoon releases, this would be a lot higher. This is actually like my second favorite release that they've done in this since they've been consistently releasing movies. At number 3, I got Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero. This is probably the most underrated movie on this list, definitely. I just watched it a couple weeks ago, and it came out in 1998, but it was supposed to originally come out in 97 as like a tie-in with Batman and Robin, and then Batman and Robin was trash. Everybody knows it was trash. So they pushed it back to like April-ish of 98, and it's like I said, it's a tie-in with the animated series. Kevin Conroy voices Batman. Mr. Freeze, as usual, is trying to save his wife, so he kidnaps Batgirl, and he's gonna do some kind of operation on her, like forcefully, basically, like do some kind of transplant between Batgirl and his wife. And Robin and Batgirl are dating. So Batman and Robin go save her, and like it's another good cartoon that they've done. And you always, unless it's Arnold Schwarzenegger, man, you always sympathize with Mr. Freeze because he's not really evil, man. He's just trying to save his wife, and he goes to criminal extremes to do what he's got to do. At number 2, I got Batman Under the Red Hood. Shocker, yeah, it's number 2, but it's by far my favorite, and I think the best of everything they've done between Superman Doomsday and now. I think it's the death in a family story that they're doing. Joker kills Robin. Joker kills Jason Todd, the second Robin, and and then I mean it's just Batman like going about his business, and all of a sudden this dude Red Hood starts fucking with Gotham City, targeting Batman, targeting Joker. Black Mask is in it with an underrated Batman villain that should be utilized a lot more. And I think Nightwing is voiced by Neil Patrick Harris. It's real dope, man. That like just like all of these movies, man. The action is dope. The animation is crispy. It's entertaining, man. It's funny. I want to say like Bruce Greenwood or somebody voiced Batman in that one. If you watch any of the movies that I'm talking about on this list, man, check out Batman Under the Red Hood. It was, I'm not sure if it still is, but it was on Netflix. I don't know how this couldn't be everybody's number 1, because it's so epic. Batman Mask of the Phantasm. It was originally supposed to be the series finale of the animated series, but it was so popular that I guess they just decided to keep going. And then you got the Phantasm coming around, just killing mob bosses and all this. The Joker gets pulled into it. Mark Hamill, Kevin Conroy, the most iconic Batman animated voice ever. And it goes into his origins. It touches like on a Batman Begins type story in flashback mode of how he got started, and then like stuff that he's dealing with. Like Batman could have got married, but then like complications arose, and it all ties together so dope. It's one of my favorite cartoons, period. It's like 22 years old, so it's like if you haven't seen Mask of the Phantasm, man, where have you been? Dana Delaney voices the main female, but Stacy Keach voices the Phantasm. And then, I mean, I wish they would have done more movies based on Batman the Animated Series. That would have been cool. There's a lot of these that I didn't mention that weren't on my list. Justice League, The New Frontier, Crisis on 2 Earth, Superman, Batman, Public Enemies, which was like 11, Superman, Batman, Apocalypse, Batman Year One, which almost made the list. The whole reason for this damn video, man, the most recent one that just came out, Justice League Gods and Monsters. It was a dope idea, and it was real cool because it's like an alternate Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. It's like an alternate Justice League, but I just didn't feel like it was entertaining enough. Like, it was good, but I don't think it was entertaining enough to make this list. They do 3 movies a year. I'm pretty sure. Well, I know 2 of them for sure is Batman Bad Blood and then The Killing Joke. I just don't know the third one. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Justice League of some sort. When I initially heard about Gods and Monsters, I was like, okay, like that title sounds weird enough that maybe they're gonna do a new 52 introduction of Martian Manhunter, and I was way off. If you're familiar with these series of animated movies, man, give me your top 5, your favorite overall, whatever. And then even some of the other ones that I said at the beginning that would count. You know what I mean? My review for Everest is posted. My reviews for Black Mass is posted. My favorite movies of summer, check those out. This weekend, I'm going to see The Intern, and I'm going to see Hotel Transylvania 2. Next weekend, I'm going to see The Martian and hopefully Sicario. Check for my top 3 movies of the third quarter of this year. And then in 2 weeks, I want to see Pan and I want to see The Walk. Find me where y'all find me. Whatever social media, like, subscribe, comment, interact. Peace.